Goulburn Valley. With its rich soil, abundance of sunshine and water, it easily lays claim to the title of Australia's food bowl. It's where sun-drenched orchards are bursting with delicious fruit, making it the perfect home for Goulburn Valley fruit. And it's from here that all this ripened summer fruit is freshly picked and sent to the nearby SPC factory in Shepparton, where they are preserved with all the freshness and flavour locked into every jar of Goulburn Valley fruit. When peaches are in season, they're absolutely fantastic, but when they're not, I always turn to some jarred peaches. They're picked at the optimum time, so they're perfectly ripe and juicy. I'm going to show you a gorgeous recipe using these peaches in juice. This is my French toast with peaches and its syrup. It is so good. So to make the syrup, we're going to have to drain our peaches. So just do this over a pot because we want all of that juice, and that's going to be reduced into a gorgeous syrup to drizzle over our French toast. So you can see the stones have been taken out of the peaches and they've been peeled and quartered, so they are ready. We'll take them out of the strainer into a bowl and we'll use them to garnish our French toast later on. So the juices can go onto the stove and we just want to bring this up to the boil and allow it to reduce by 1/3. Now onto our French toast. Now I'm going to be using brioche. These days you can get brioche bread sliced and ready to go from your supermarket. I like to use brioche because it's got that lovely sweetness to it already, but you could just use day-old bread, any bread that you've got at home. It does work quite nicely. And for the eggy component, you'll need 3 eggs. I'm just going to crack the eggs into a bowl. And the last egg. And a lot of recipes call for milk. Sometimes I use milk, but to make this extra decadent, I love the addition of some cream. So a good splash of thickened cream. And into this, some flavouring, so some cinnamon, some vanilla bean extract, just about ½ a teaspoon, and we'll give that a whisk. Now, you may have noticed I haven't added any sugar to this. I find the brioche bread is sweet enough. And to give this French toast some crunch, I'm going to add some demerara sugar on the top of it. So let's heat a pan. We want this to be on a medium heat, and we want it to be on a medium heat because you just want it to slowly cook and then crisp up and go golden. And usually I would use classic butter, but I find that the milk solids in the butter burns. All I've done with the butter is placed it into a pot, allowed it to melt, and as you see those little speckles of white butter solids on the bottom, you just want to remove that. And this means we're left with a yummy butter flavour, but it won't burn. While we're waiting for that to heat up, I'll get onto the eggy mixture. So we'll start with one of these pieces. We want to dunk it into that egg and cream mixture, turn it over and onto the other side and drain the excess off. You don't want to leave it in that liquid for too long because it'll go too soft. And now we'll just place it into that clarified butter. And I've got a large pan here, so let's do 3 of these. So in and out of the mixture and into the pan. Last one. There's a nice little sizzle there, and just tilt the pan so all of the butter is touching the bread there, and give it a bit of a jiggle so it sets. And I've got some demerara sugar here, so we'll just sprinkle that over the top and even just press it in slightly. And we'll do that to each one of them. So I'm going to cook these for about 1 minute on each side or until they're golden brown. Okay, this bread is looking good. I like that deep golden colour for this, and I'm going to pile them on top of each other. And it's a generous serving. Pile them up. Oh, they look good. I can smell the cinnamon, so delicious. Now for our beautiful peaches, just grab a generous spoonful of them and just pile them in the centre. And you can imagine soft, eggy bread, plump, sweet peaches, just the perfect combination. Great. And a little ricotta. You could add some cream, but I kind of like ricotta for breakfast. It's really a nice match with the peaches. And a generous spoonful on top And I'll drizzle over some of that reduced juice, which is now turned into a syrup. And you can see that's where we're getting some extra sweetness. And final touches, a pinch of cinnamon over the top. And if you really want to get decadent, some icing sugar, because it just looks so pretty. That is a beautiful breakfast. Sunday morning, this is what I crave.